Star. Hey guys, how you doing? Just a little update. We're back again. Whoop whoop. All is good. We're coming up to our halfway stage, guys. We've been hiking now for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We started off at 9:30, so I said I'd walk for around about 3 hours. This little man is still in front of me, so I'm going to walk to the top of this part here. Swift Beats, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. We're back in the hills again. We've been walking for 2 hours and 45 minutes now. Now we've got to basically get to the top of this one. Then it's a time to turn around and head back because we've got a bit of a tough trek heading back. We've got to head back up to this mountain in front, Mount Leinster right in front of me. Mecca's way down the side there, and it's pretty tough going. So I did a broadcast from the top of Mount Leinster, I don't know, about an hour and a half, I think, ago, something like that. And then what we've done, we've zigzagged down the mountain along these paths here, up to around about this point. Then we've started to Mecca's way up to where we are now. It's pretty tough going, but it's a nice day. It's St. Patrick's Day. We've got a day off work and all is good. And we've got my little man as always. But hey, we're going to make this way up here. I got Tim, my friend. How are you? So good to see you, Tim. I appreciate you dropping by, my friend. Griselle, hello, Walt. Bless you for going live. So happy to treat. Thanks a million, guys. You're so kind. Good to see you, Griselle. Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, Swift. Good to see Aunt B. You're all awesome people. I really appreciate you dropping by and spending a little bit of time. Beautiful. Thanks for the war. High five back to you. Thanks a million, guys. So we started our trek today at the bottom of the mountains over in this direction. I did my first broadcast from the top. This is where we were last Saturday, where the weather was just too bad with the snow and everything like that. We just couldn't do what we wanted to do. Teddy is right behind me and he's very mucky. So we decided today we'd play it by ear, but I did struggle a little bit today. For some reason, I had to stop a number of times heading up the mountain now. I stopped about 4 or 5 times just for a little breather. I found it very difficult today, whether it's because I was running up the mountains last night to try and catch that sunset. I don't know. But yeah, I found it a little bit difficult. So I am taking it handy, but we got to the top of Mount Leinster there, then we made its way down. Roger, how are you, my friend? Good to see you all the way from Norwich there. Thanks a million, yeah. So this is a part of the mountains we've never ever seen before. Well, I've seen it once, and that's around about 13 years ago. But judging by my memory, I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday, let alone 13 years back. So yeah, this is a totally different route we've never been before. So I said to myself what we'd do, we'd hike 3 hours in one direction, then we'd turn around and we'd hike this, well, probably longer going back. Happy to see you again, Swift Beats. Yeah, exactly. Swift Beats is awesome, guys. He's a music director there out in London. We've got this little man here. Look at the state of him. I'm going to basically stop for a little bit up here, guys. I think we're heading to this looks like an old, it could be an old house. I'm not quite sure. Like I say, it's a long time since I've been up here. I can't remember seeing this before. I know it's been built. I know it's not been built since the last time I come up here and knocked down. But judging by it, it looks like it is pretty old. And it could have been a house from back in the day. Probably a little bit of history there. We'll have to take a look, see if there's anything of interest here. But yeah, it looks like it could have been like a 2-room house. But imagine your views coming from here, guys. Oh my God, it would have been made of stone, and then just to put a bit of insulation along the top there, they would have been padded out with all mud. What I've been reading up about the 9 stones you showed us. So, Griselle, yeah, I was actually up there last night as well. I did a sunset from the top there last night. It was absolutely beautiful. Teddy, this way. Yeah, we was along the top yesterday. We went up late. We'd come down in the dark as well. It was absolutely incredible sunset. It really was beautiful. I'm just going to move across a little bit because a couple of people heading up there. This way, Ted. Just move across because that dog is on a lead and you can't be on the lead. So bear with me, guys. Just going to move across and maybe find one of these rocks. You can see there's lots of rocks. It's like being on the moon. Lots of rocks around. Watch out for the puddle. Believe me, Swift, this is what we're up against. We've actually been through them, and they are very, sometimes they come in way above your ankles. That's why I've got the gaiters on today, because it is very muddy. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Joyce. Good to see you. So yeah, so that's where we threw our first broadcast from, the beautiful mountain landscape directly in front. Perfect place for aliens to have a party. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know about aliens, but the reprobates, the young kids and everything, we notice they do disappear. What they do up the mountains, I'm not quite sure, but hey, you do get them. But you can see all the water around. It is so boggy up here, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're on a day off, and look at all those rocks around here. It's just absolutely incredible. We didn't get as far as we did want, guys. I guess, Bob, how are you, my friend? Bob in Niagara. I think I pronounced that wrong, but I still locked down and no praise, no celebration, nothing. There is online a lot of rock. No, you are just the best boy, aren't you? Eh? I know you're a little bit muddy, but hey, we can wash you down. Who cares about a bit of mud? But yeah, my plan was, guys, I thought in 3 hours I would be across on this point here. Now I'm looking probably another at least to get across to that point, so that would make it up to like over 4 hours, and then trying to get back. Good morning to you, Teddy. Thanks a million, Benita. The connection is dropping. What? Oh no, Swift. No problem at all. Breaking up. Well, yeah, I'm breaking up. Let's move across over this point. Then people have actually gone by with the dog now. I'll try and take you over to the other side, and hopefully we will be back. He says. But yeah, I was hoping to get a lot further than what I actually did today. I'm quite surprised, actually, but I don't know whether it's because I am feeling a little bit tired and maybe not 100%. I don't know. I just feel it did take it out of me heading up to Mount Leinster. Now I know on the way back it's going to absolutely... Is that your beating stick? It is. Yeah, it's my lecky stick. Make sure you check your signal. Wall. Awesome broadcast. Swift, you're very kind, my friend. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you can see this is where Vanita's old house is. This is where Vanita used to live. It is an old house, a two-roomed house. You can see the old walls which actually lead across here. Been very small, but yeah, somebody would have actually lived in here in the past, guys. And the same way we were last week, we was over on this side of the mountain, right about where the stick is there. In fact, you can actually see the house I'm talking about, which is, let me see if I can zoom in on it. Bear with me a second. Right, there you go. Right in the middle of the picture there. I don't know whether you can make it out. There is another house up there, which was actually, it did have a roof and everything and a fireplace, and it was quite awesome. I lived there. Well, I know, Vanita. I know. You and Bernie. I tell you what, if it was built up again and put a roof on it, and I don't know, make it livable, I'd live up here. Oh my God, I just love countryside. I love it. But yes, so that's where we were last week. So very unusual to see these old houses now. When this dates back to, guys, I just haven't got a clue. I wouldn't know what year this would be. You'd think at some stage you'd love to get some history, who actually lived here. I mean, but obviously, I don't know if there's anybody around. I may do a bit of research when I get back, see if I can see anything which actually comes up. What does the air reduce as you go up the mountain? Swift? No, it doesn't. It's not too bad at all, actually. It's quite, it's not that high. We're only looking at, like, the top of Mount Leinster is, what, 2,720 odd feet, I think it is, which is only, what, I think it's about 920 meters or something like that. It's not too bad at all. I love shot. I lived there, my friend. It's a love shack. It's a little old place where we can get together. So yeah, my plan, guys, was to actually get over to this mountain here, like, but there's going to be no chance now. Maybe one day maybe one day when we've got some decent weather, what I'll do, I'll get the missus to drive me to over. What I'll do, I'll drop a car off over at this point here, basically where I'm parked now. Get the car dropped off there. I'll get another driver to drop me off in a place called Forest, which is in the far distance here, and then I can make my way over the mountains this way back to the car. It's just too much if you're trying to do it all in one day by going one way, then having to turn around and come back. Make sure you drink plenty of water, walk the mountains, explore. Swift, I do, yeah. I drink, but believe it or not, I bring some energy. I bring an energy drink with me. I don't bring anything to eat. I bring food for Teddy. I bring treats for Teddy and water for Teddy, but he don't really need it because there's lots of like mountain streams which actually run down here. Cheers, Nita. There's lots of mountain streams, so you can actually get fresh water, and that's what I tend to do myself if I need it. But no, I don't actually drink a lot while I'm out and about. You're forever wanting to pee if you do. And if the mountains get busy, but very, very unusual, if they do, very unusual if I come across people. They're the only people actually. I've come across a few today. It is St. Patrick's Day. Everybody wants to get out. It is half decent weather. Good morning, Mark, or good afternoon, I should say. How you doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day. What's for dinner? I don't know. I think we've got our nieces actually coming round, I think, today. They're coming round about 3 o'clock, so I'll try to get back for about 6 o'clock, I think. The distance you cover is enormous. It is. This is probably the longest one I've done in probably a year or so due to the lockdown, Grisel. I mean, some of the ones we do up in the Wicklow Mountains are like 20. There's one I do which is 28 miles, seven mountain. It takes me anything from 7 to 8 hours. It is really, really tough. The only mountain climber, the only madman. But yeah, anything weekends like today, anything. This is probably, I don't know. This won't be that far actually. You're probably looking about 20 kilometers, I'd imagine. I think with the last time I looked at my phone, I was on about 14,000 steps. So I'd imagine around about 30,000 steps, which equates to what, about 20k, I think, something like that. But yeah, you can't really see at the minute because there is a mist around, but right in the middle of the picture here, you can see the coastline of Wexford there, the beautiful Wexford, where we go and see the seals, and we also go out to see the puffins on the salty islands there. It looks like a great movie scene for Lord of the Rings or something. I know, yeah. Randy would say it looks like I'm on the moon. Today's tale needs its own apps. Teddy Tales needs its own Abbott's account. I know. Well, it is, like I say, it's not the Walt and Teddy, it's actually the Teddy and Walt show. Grant, my good friend, how are you doing? All the way from Melbourne there. Good to see you, Grant. I hope you're on the mend, my friend. I hope things are back to normal and you're back to your normal self. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Walt and Teddy just caught you before my Zeds. Ah, that's great, Grant. I appreciate you dropping in, my friend. Is this the Mars rover video? I know, exactly. You're going to have a great dinner, Walt. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. I have to say bye. I am leaving for work. Vanita, safe trip to work, my friend. Say a prayer for me that I get back to my car when you're passing that church on the way to work. We've got a tough journey to come ahead. I know this has took me exactly 3 hours now. So this is our turnaround. I said I would like for 2.5 hours to 3 hours and then turn around and head back. So we've got a tough one to actually get back up here now, guys. This is going to be very, very tough. I've done it before where I started from the start point and I made my way around the side of the mountain here and then come up, and it is a tough walk. Houston, Walt and Teddy, I've touched down on the moon. Copy that. We have liftoff. We have touchdown, guys. We have touchdown. We have just landed. Teddy is in his spacesuit, and we are just out exploring. Hi, Dooley. Connect cut off when he went inside that cafe. Cheers, mate. But it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to be out with the fresh air, guys, and the peace and quiet, and just the I'm just going to have a little walk up just to this edge. I just want to see, just for future reference, how far, whether this is going back down into a valley now, or whether. Thanks so very much, Walt. I'm home now and getting better. I know I see you as own, Grant. I did see you as own, my friend. So I'm really glad that things are on the improvement list, my friend. Chris Bruce, you're the best. Chris, you're a star. We love your motorcycle rides there, and there's just some awesome people, and we love you all, guys. You're just so good. Teddy says, come on, Dad. He says, we're not turning back yet. We've only been walking for 3 hours and got 3 hours to go back. You probably don't realize that. You probably think, oh, we're just going around in a nice big circle here, and we're going to be back at the car in a few minutes. But hey ho, no, we're not. We've got another 3 hours to get back there. So this will probably, judging by how I'm feeling, this is going to be around about the 7 hours, I'd imagine, guys. It's going to take me a lot longer to get back because it's a lot tougher way to get back as well. Such a happy Bob. He is such a happy guy. He was blessed the day he actually came to stay with us. I will pray for you always for good health and happiness. Arbenito, you're very kind. In your time in the RAF, did you see any UFO or alien things, or are you not allowed to say? No, I actually, Swift, I didn't know. No, I didn't see anything along the lines, but I do believe there is, I don't know, there is something out there. As in ghosts, I could tell you a lot of ghost stories. I was down in Western Kent there on Biggin Hill. You probably heard of Biggin Hill, big war base during World War II there. The Spitfires and everything used to leave from there, and that was very, very haunted. I experienced a lot of stuff down there, but that's for another broadcast, guys. But chicken on biscuits, a little frost on the ground. No, it's actually a lot of mud on the ground. Chicken on biscuit. Who has chicken on biscuits? Chicken on cracker, yeah, but chicken and sweet. I don't know, you have sweet and sour chicken, I guess. So yes, we'll have to try that. Chicken on biscuits. Depends on what type of biscuits. I wouldn't like chicken on chocolate biscuits. I think that'd be a little too much. My praise for you. Get well soon, my friend. Thanks, Vanita. Thanks for saying that to Grant. I really do. I appreciate that. Swift, be well. Thanks, Swift. Yeah. You're all awesome, guys. You really are, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And it's I'm so lucky that I get popcorn chicken with watermelon. Now there's one, Swift. I'm popcorn chicken with watermelon. That's one I won't mind trying, actually. Chicken and biscuit. I know, Benita, somebody's actually called chicken and biscuit in here. Chicken on dumplings. Dumplings. I don't mind. I like a nice dumpling, I must admit. I like meatballs, though. I think that's what I've actually got today, actually. Meatballs and spaghetti. Good old Italian style. Good old Italian style, guys. So I don't want to head too far down. Oh, a bakery biscuit, not a cookie. There we go. A bakery biscuit, not a cookie. Haha. So are we a bakery? Are we chicken on biscuits? Are we a bakery? It sounds pretty much like a name for a bakery, but if you are, awesome, and all the very, very best. Mountain chicken, I know. We've got mountain goats and mountain sheep, but I don't see many mountain chickens here. Teddy, I'm not heading back down, because if we go down, we've got to come back up this, and we've got a lot to actually dump the lings, Walt. Dump the lings. Dump the lings. Ted, come on, we're going to head back. We need to start making a move, because like I say, we've got a 3-4 hour journey still to get back, guys, and I don't like the look of that mountain, Mount Leinster right in front of me. It's going to be a tough one. I'll take it for a little bit, guys, and see where we go on. I don't know whether, if somebody can check for me, can you just check see if Michael's actually on? I don't like overlapping with other broadcasters. I know it's getting to the stage now where it's going to be impossible not to overlap with other broadcasters, but I don't like, obviously I joined Michael's broadcast and Randy and all them, so I don't like overlapping the likes of them, and same with Swift on it. I wouldn't like to broadcast at the same time, but it's getting so busy now. Damn, I love pizza. Oh, pepperoni and mushroom. Yum, yum, yum. Why are you all talking about food, guys? Why are you just talking about food? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Can't get a bit of food anywhere. And yet, You're reluctant to talk about food. Change the subject now. Well, take care, mate. You're awesome. And Teddy is just the best. Cheers from down on the Grant. Good day, my friend. Sleep well. And we will catch up with you over the next few days anyway, my friend. And all the best for speedy recovery there. Okay, my love, be careful. We cannot have you disappeared. Cheers, Vanita. There's no chance of that. Well wishes, Grant. Yeah, that's awesome. Everybody's wishing Grant. And this is Gloria. Such a friendly old bunch of people. No, I think to be greater. Friendly old people. No, it's not old. Friendly, nice people. We're not older, we guys. We're only as old as what we think. And I'm still feeling as if I'm 21. I sometimes act as if I'm 21 as well, like, but I'm a little bit off that now, I'm afraid. We're talking of food, so you can hurry yourself. Vanita, believe me, there's no hurry in here. There's no hurrying. When we start to climb this side here, where the actual stick is, when we start to zigzag up and then around this way, then up, then zigzag up to the top of there, that's going to be a matter of 100 yards, stop for a few minutes, 100 yards, stop for a few minutes, 100 yards. It's going to be a tough one. But hey, we're up for the challenge. We're up for the challenge. The wind is starting to pick up now, so hopefully the wind is not affecting hopping off. Bye, Vanita, and drive safely, my friend. Drive safely. But yeah, look out there. Where are we? Heavenly Dew, good to see you. We are here, guys. We've got a that on. We're not covered up at the minute. I was wearing earbuds earlier on, but somebody was actually saying that there was a lot of wind noise in there. So I just put my headphones in because my phone is now fully charged, so shouldn't be a problem on that. Let's switch that back. Who wants to see me on St. Patrick's Day? You're going to see the beautiful views. That's all you. Kisses to my teddy boy. I know he's here. Look at him. What you got, Teds? Teds, what have you got there? Eh? What are you chomping your little chops on? He says, come on, Dad. He says, you promised me a little bit of food. He said, you promised me a little bit of food, Dad. And he said, you ain't get me any yet. He says, I'm dying of hunger. I'm hunger. Please feed me, Dad. Please feed me. He says, I'm not hungry. I'm going to eat the grass. Oh, Ted, come on, let's go. Let's get moving, mister. Let's get moving. Move it. We gotta keep on moving. Something like that. I think that, what is it, the American Army song, He is cute all over Teddy. I know. He's giving me that sad look as his dad. The only trouble is I got his food in my backpack and it's just a nightmare. Look at all the stuff. You probably didn't see all the stuff I'm carrying, guys. It's just crazy. There you go. So we've got the camera on the front. We've got tripods. We've actually got 2 tripods down the side here. I've got this bag which I carry all my battery chargers and everything in. I've then got, I don't know if you can see, I've got my backpack and everything with food, with drinks, with my drones in there as well. But as you can see, it's pretty windy. So there'll be no drone flying today. And let's get out of this because I hate being on the screen. And guess what? I'm froze. No, I'm not. There you go. Yeah, the wind is too strong again. Like, so I was hoping to get that drone up. JP, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. But yeah, I'm probably going to get out this wind now. I have a little 5-10 minutes before we'll probably get down to the bottom of this part of the mountain here. Hi, Gary. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you dropping by. Nice lens, wide angle. I've actually got this is a 28mm lens on it. I've also got 300mm lens as well. But I've also got the UV8 on there as well. Like, because of the sun, obviously it's no good taking photographs, doing any pictures and everything when you've got a bright sun and everything like that. So I think it's a UV8 on there, so it's more or less black. The actual lens I've actually got on at the moment. Hi Gary, good to see you. Thanks so much for dropping by. So what we're going to do, guys, is make our way down to the bottom of this. I'm going to then drop you all off, and I'm going to sit there and cry whilst looking along the lines of the mountain there and thinking, what the hell am I doing today? I'm getting too old to be hiking up these mountains now. The mountains of Glorious Chris, they really are. I love the freedom. I love being out and about. I just love the fresh air, the peace, and basically being able to show you guys as well. So we've got to eventually get to the top here, the top of Mount Leinster there. Then we actually come down the side, but the other side of that mount there, all the way down to the bottom, and you can't actually see how far we've actually got yet. It's, like I say, it's a good to be about 4 hours, I'd imagine. If it took us 3 hours to get to that part there, so you're looking definitely 3.5, 4 hours to get back. Eddie, you're on camera, popping your leg there. Some beautiful way that actual the stones are actually formed though as well. The way they're actually down, they actually fell down from the top there at some stage in the previous, and there's some big rocks as well. And I don't know whether you've seen my funny videos part, which I did on Friday evening, where I was actually sat on a big rock, probably a lot bigger than the size of this one. I sat on the edge filming away like this, and I didn't realize the actual rock was starting to slip away. But if you didn't catch that, it's on my broadcast from Friday evening, guys. That was a crazy situation. We're still lucky to be here to this day. Makes me want to sing, Chris. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Do, 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 do. No, I'll pack the singing up, otherwise everybody just disappears on me. Talking from experience there. Hey Ted, what do you think? Teddy's a good singer, especially when he sees me put my jacket on before I head out for the walk. Like, he gets so excited, and he's so comical. Like, he'll be jumping over me, and he gives out this yelp, and he just knows he's heading out for a walk. Brenda, good morning or good afternoon, Brenda. How are you? How you doing? When lockdown is over for you, can travel to the other. Oh, Brenda, I just cannot wait to be able to show you the castles and the lighthouses and the seals and the puffins and the beautiful mountains which we actually got to excuse me, not forgetting the waterfalls, some of the most beautiful waterfalls there are in Ireland, like. And but at the minute, guys, we need more singing from you all. Griselle, now that's when everybody disappears. I love your attitude, Walt. You're very kind, I appreciate it. You got to be happy, guys. You got to be happy. And that's the reason why we get so many awesome people actually dropping in to say. Now, I don't know whether that's laughing there because I was singing. I'll take it as only kidding, Heavenly. I know you wouldn't laugh at my singing. You just grab the popcorn there and the ice cream and take a seat. Does he get excited like Snoop would when you start putting your... Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I could put hiking trousers on. He doesn't really... You see, what I've been doing, as I've been working from home, I've been putting like a pair of hiking trousers on like every day because I want to go out at lunchtime. I take him out for an hour at lunchtime just to break my day up, to stop me from... having headaches or anything like looking at the screen all day. So I try to get him out every lunchtime. So first thing in the morning, what I do is put a pair of hiking trousers on. Now he's not really, every time I put trousers on, but as soon as I put a jacket on now, he just goes absolutely mad. He knows he's going there. Can't wait to see the puffins you've been talking about. Oh, Griselle, that's my little paradise. One place in the world, I've been to many countries, but one place in the world that I just absolutely adore. And literally, it's only about an hour and 10 drive from here, and then it's about 20 minutes across on a boat. You have to book a boat to get across there. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Pete. Appreciate you, my friend. How are you all the way out in Florida there? Thanks a million for dropping by. Oh, high five to you, Pete. Appreciate it, my friend. But yeah, so about 20 minutes to get out on the boat as well. You spend for literally The next time I'm down there, I want to spend longer. There's 2 journeys across there. Basically, you can do an early morning one where you get a lot of photographers going across there. Now, when you're talking to photographers, no word of a lie, some of the guys you see across there, or even females as well, ladies, there's some awesome lady photographers as well you get across on the island as well. But some of their lenses, oh my God, they are literally the size of a dustbin lid. The end of them are the size of a dustbin lid. They're like the ones you see as a football match or American football match or something like that. You see them down the sidelines with these basically lenses and cameras bigger than me. They are huge, absolutely incredible. And these are all on, they are proper stabilizers, and oh my God, they must be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of photographic stuff. But it's just awesome to see, and they're so friendly. So I often go up and chat to them, and they give me a few tips, etc. on that as well. I can imagine the puffins are missing you to Gusell. I've been every year apart from last year, because obviously we was in lockdown last year. Not too bad, Pete. We're out and about St. Patrick's Day. We're day off work today, so I thought, hell to it, we'll head up the mountains. Wow, mercy. 700mm makes my back looking at them. 700, I know, my God, I don't know, I honestly don't know the size of some of these, Heavenly. They are just like dustbin lids though. I took one guy, oh God, dear. And the reason he says it was, I was chatting to him like this, and really nice guy, he was like a film photographer and also like papers and stuff like that. But he says he goes out to see the Northern Lights out in, is it Finland or Iceland, I think he said. He says he goes out to Iceland quite a lot, and that's why he's got the big lenses. But my God, some of them were absolutely incredible. Really great to see. Maybe when I win the lotto, or maybe in time when I retire, maybe I can move up to some bigger gear. I do want a bigger zoom lens now. It's only a 300mm I've got. I'd like to get in a little bit closer to see the dicky birds, which we actually see the buzzards and the hawks, and I'd love to be able to get a little bit closer. But hey, we can't have everything. Rome wasn't built in a day, guys. It takes time. I had my wish list, which I made a couple of years ago. I've always wanted a camera, so I got my camera last April during lockdown. I did a photography course, etc. than that. Hey Brooke, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, my friend. Bird photos in my area, love them. 300mm is good for me. Really, Heavenly. Yeah, I know you're an awesome photographer as well. I need to get a few tips from you. But yeah, so I've had a wish list. So I had a drone. I think a drone was on the top of my wish list for many a time, and now I've actually got 2. I got a Phantom 4 Pro, and I've also got one which I carry when stays in my backpack all the time. I got a little DJI Mini as well, so it's great to have, so you can put it up at any time. Caroline, how are you, my friend? Another awesome person all the way from Brighton there in the UK. Beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises, and awesome beach stroke. But yeah, so please follow everybody who's in, guys. Appreciate it. You are all awesome. But yes, so we had thanks for the sweet North Carolina. You say it might be careful what you wish for, just might get it. Oh my God. You know what's at the top of my wish list now? Oh, a camper van so I can travel. No, that's going to be when I retire. That's my plan. I want to buy one of these nice camper vans and do a bit of traveling and touring around, etc. I had drones. I've got 2 drones now. I had a camera that I've got that now. What other things did I want? There's a number of things. I got stuff. There's always something though, guys. There's always something. Have you looked up your drone for your walk? Have you hooked up your drone for your walk? That's it. I've had my drone up around the top of Mount Leinster a few times myself, but with a Mini, it's very windy today, and I put it up a couple of weeks ago, and you get a lot of wind warnings, so I had to basically bring it down. But it is quite light. Apart from the fact that I look at it, that's what actually takes a bit away from have I actually forget it was the 17th of March initially lockdown break. Caroline, we're on a day off today, so it's all the best. Like, it's always nice to get a day off work. Good morning, how are you? Hello there, how are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know. I never forgot about it, Caroline, because I get a day off work. So it's nice to get a day off work in the middle of the week as well. Now, there's a couple of people in my company actually took the Thursday and Friday off, but I thought, nah, I got too much work on it. Unlike a lot of other people in the company, their work will be passed on to somebody else. If I take a day off work or 4 days off work, when I get back to work, then the work which didn't do on the days I had holiday will be there waiting for me. So I just thought, it's not as though I can travel far. Maybe when we get out of lockdown, then I'll start taking a few Fridays and a few Mondays off and start doing a little bit of traveling. But gotta wait for them days, guys. This is where I start to break down, guys, and I start to fall in tears because I'm just looking now at this mountain in front of me. I know alternative, but I've got to get back up it at some stage. Usually lots of celebrations in Brighton. I can imagine, Caroline, yeah. Oh my God, you can imagine what it's like in Ireland. Like, it's just crazy day. Yeah, this year it's going to be so quiet. It's basically Sober St. Patrick's Day. Hashtag Sober St. Patrick's Day. Like, it's just a weird thing. It certainly is. But yeah, so now, guys, what we've got to do, we've got to make our way along this path here. So we've got a bit of a flat at the moment, which is nice. It's nice to have a little bit of a break, and then we start our ascent up the side of the mountain, up to where the stick is here. Then we're going to zigzag over to the right there because it gets a little bit rocky and a little bit tough. I don't want to tackle this face here because this will be just too tough, especially with Teddy. I've done it before, but with Teddy, I think it's just going to be too dangerous. So we'll make our way up the easiest route and see how we go from there. How long we've been on? So we'll stay on for about 45 minutes, guys. We've done 37 minutes now. I don't want to bore you for too long. I do appreciate every one of you guys for dropping in to say hello. I really, really do appreciate it. And look at this little lad. He's getting muckier by the minute. On your turns. Hey, say good afternoon to everybody. I was going to say quite a few Irish pubs here as you can get. I know, Caroline, Brighton is absolutely awesome. Oh my God. I can remember in my day, like years and years ago, going on to a scooter run down in Brighton. Also went to Scarborough as well and a few other places as well. But Brighton used to be, I think that used to be the main scooter run for the year. Was always the scooter run to Brighton. I've been to lots of parades in Ireland. I think it was cancelled last year. Ours was cancelled anyway, and it was cancelled in Dublin as well. The main big parades. It's crazy. I can remember my first St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. I was on the board of management basically for the school which Ryan was at. This is a primary school and everything like that. I was on the board of management for that. I volunteered. I don't know why, but yeah. So I was on the board of management, and I can remember the first St. Patrick's Day parade I'd ever been to in Ireland. I had to carry me and this other guy. The other guy was from, I think it was Sri Lankan or Pakistan. So there was an Englishman and a Pakistan man carrying an Irish flag on St. Patrick's Day. How awesome is that? But yeah, that was my first Paddy's Day over, carrying the flag on the Carlow, actually, the town parade. But Right, there's a couple of people actually going up Mount Leinster as well in front, so I will be able to follow. I have got GPS as well on as well to track the way I come down, so it should be easy enough to follow heading back up there. Gotta go, buddy. Take care now. I appreciate you dropping by. I really do. Thanks a million. And a great day. Have a wonderful day. And that applies to everybody, guys. Caroline, I imagine you're probably off out at some stage, will you be? Are you heading down to the seaside? Hopefully the weather's nice over there, but a little bit of wind don't go amiss though. Stay safe and have a wonderful walk. Caroline, no problem. Are you heading out? Are you broadcasting today at all? Just suffered a little bit with a bad throat and the past few days, so I think, if I'm correct and what you said on your last broadcast. But if you are, hopefully I'll catch you at some stage. I'll take a little break and jump in. But yeah, you can just make out in the distance there, just where these two guys actually just started to make the way. So what they'll do, they'll walk up this pathway here, then around the back of this is a little bit of a valley, then it's like a zigzag back and then back up, and then the big ascent to the actual mass there, and then I've got to come down the other side. I'm going to let these, they've also got a dog as well, so I'm going to let them disappear ahead of me. I'll keep Teddy. I'm going to have a little 5 minutes there. I'm going to take my backpack off and give him a little bit of food before we start the climb up the mountain there. And so what I do, I'll probably sign off now, guys. I will love you and leave you. Hey Brendan, how are you, my friend? Happy St. Patrick's Day, my friend. Appreciate you dropping by. I'm just about to knock this one on the head because I'm going to have a little break here. I'm going to get Teddy some food and some water and get him all strengthened up, ready to make the big hike ahead. So that's where we've got to get back up. We started our broadcast early on this morning from the top here. We've been hiking for about 3.5 hours now. So we're looking about 6-7 hours hike today. So I'm going to give him everything just to build his strength up before we start to tackle that on the way back. So guys, for the time being, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will broadcast later on today when we get to the top and we start to make our descent down from the mountain. Thanks, Heavenly. You're very kind. And I appreciate all you guys for dropping by, joining in the chat. The most important people. It's a lot harder if I don't have people coming in, chatting away and making conversation. So I do really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Chris, thanks a million, my friend. Appreciate you dropping by. So I will be back, guys. I'll do another quick broadcast just to let you know I made it and I'm on my final descent. So guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. This is our track now. I'm just going to take a breather here. Going to sit over on this rock, give Teddy a little bit of food. Here he is before we start our climb up the side of the mountain, guys. So for the time being, I appreciate, no matter where you are around the world, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks a million for dropping in. Thanks for the friendship. Thanks for the love, guys. You are all awesome, and me and Teddy love you. Okay, so at the time being, you know what it is. It's a 3, 2, 1. Myself and Teddy are out of here, guys.